From the south coast of the UK, one man has travelled to Derby.
Goodbye. Ow.
He's here to learn how to sell cars worth as much as £5,000 from a man who knows every trick of the trade.
So I got a Jaffa cake, popped it in, and it photographed brilliantly.
James Baggott has built a publishing empire, having trained for 3 weeks as a scaffolder in 1997. Now, once again, he's become an apprentice.
Hello, hello.
Morning, sir.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm James, by the way. Nice to meet you. Hi, Joe. Where's the boss?
This is our new salesman. How are you?
Hello. You're right? Good. I bought some treats.
What a guy. What a guy.
There we go. Over the next couple of days, there's
Yes.
quite a few bits and bobs I'd just like to pick your
Yeah,
brains on.
yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
like prep,
Yeah.
buying cars in particular, like sort of sales techniques, and just some of the top tips that you can give me on just running a used
Yeah.
car business. Really, you know, I mean, I'm starting at the absolute bottom.
Yeah, but it's in some respects it's the most exciting time. If I think back, some of the most fun we ever had was in the early days. You know, like, I mean, you'd laugh, but I bought a Peugeot 207, and it was a black bumper, and it was missing its tow eye cover. And I was photographing it. It was only like a £1,500 car, but it had this big missing tow eye cover. So I wanted it to photograph. So I got a Jaffa cake. It was almost a similar size. Nibbled it to size. This is no word of a lie. Popped it in, and it photographed brilliantly. But then subsequently forgot to get a towing eye cover. We sold the car
With a Jaffa
cake in it. we had a laugh with the customers.
As a bonus.
We subsequently ordered one.
Right, talk me through the ones
okay.
in here that I should buy.
So there's a couple of convertibles here. So you think, well, why are you buying convertibles, Jamie? It's the winter. As a rule, you can buy something like this, sometimes a bit cheaper. They say 4x4s get more expensive in winter. I don't really see it, but I seem to be able to buy convertibles cheap enough. So
Are people buying them at this time of year?
they would do. I think if it's, got a few. I've never been one for...
Do you not worry about the powered roofs and...
Do you know what? We've had less issues with roofs than probably a lot of other things on cars. We've got good relationships, so I would always advise getting some good relationships with your local main dealers. I would never willingly choose a main dealer to go to. However, there are times where you'll have a fault, you'll send it to an independent, they're scratching their heads. Sometimes it's worth just paying the 180 at a main dealer for them to say, right, the issue is the motor. You'd then go on eBay, well, I can get a motor for $250. Dave, can you fit one of these motors? Yeah, no problem. And then suddenly, so you've paid the manufacturer to diagnose it, you then go and have the repair done at a fraction of the price elsewhere.
It sounds like you do a lot of the kind of searching for parts and the problem solving yourself.
Yeah.
Is this something I'm just going to have to accept, that selling these sorts of cars,
Yeah.
you just have to deal with a lot of problems?
You are. You're hearing now more than ever, parts are issues. One of the reasons I think Land Rovers are being stolen so much is because Land Rover have supply issues with parts.
Yep.
So the enterprising thieves are stealing them, stripping them, and selling the parts for not too dissimilar what you would pay new for the part. Like if there's a 3 or 4 month wait for a part on a Land Rover, and we've got a customer kicking off, I'm not waiting 3 or 4 months. We're straight on straight onto eBay. Bit of advice: what can help and good for selling. Sometimes something as daft as black wheels, a few little black decals.
And it stands out in the pictures in the advert online?
The advert, yeah.
Or just when the customer...
So a third-party finance company that we use, guarantee you that car will sell. to a Zuto or a Car Finance 247 customer. We'll get an invoice request through. And there'll probably be one without those bits that's done 10,000 miles less. I want that one, I want that one. You could spend a couple £100 and almost have a car that, in the eyes of a consumer who doesn't know better, is worth maybe £1,000 or £1,500 more. So, you know, like I say, if we had more time, I would do more of that type of stuff. I mean, thankfully, that's how it's come in part exchange.
So how much stuff did you have here ready to go? I mean, how much is prepped? And
At the minute, if there's 250 cars advertised, 20 of those will be in transit. I'd like to say, extremely optimistically, 40 or 50 would be ready to go.
And the stuff that you buy from auction,
Yes.
how much of that is ready to go? Like, how much is it ready to sell straight away?
So it's not. I mean, this is the thing. I know what would, I'm not going to say transform this business. If this business, every car here was fully prepared and ready to go, we would sell more cars, make more profit, our cash flow would be easier, our life would be so much easier. We spend a lot of money on parts, a huge amount of money on parts. We've already talked about this. If you're under time pressure, you can buy lots of nice parts from Lithuania or the other side of the world or Germany. So there might be a module on a Mercedes that Merc want £1,000 for. You get a module for £100 online, but it's 14 days away. If you've taken an order on that car, you then put it into the workshop, sell it on the Saturday, in the workshop on the Monday, due out on the Friday. Jamie, it needs a module. How much is a module? It's £1,000. Can we not get a used one? We can, but it's 14 days away. Customer ain't going to want to wait 14 days.
So you lose the deal?
So I will often, if we've got 3 in it, I'll say buy the module for £1,000.
Right.
Because I'd rather have 2 than nothing. Do you know what I mean?
It's
And
painful,
I'd rather
though,
keep.
surely.
Really painful. Really painful. And that's one thing I would say for yourself, starting with a smaller pool of vehicles, is try and make your life as easy as possible and have it ready for them to come.
So talking on that, on a practical level, do you think I should have, like, I mean, as I start, 2 cars in stock that I'm constantly, like, one's in prep and one's going out? Like,
I think if you want to have a steady flow of inquiries so that you're not feeling like, what's happening? You know, like I'm doing nothing. I'd say maybe half a dozen cars. If you've only got 2 cars, you might go 3-4 weeks, you might not even get a call. And suddenly you're questioning everything that you've done, like, why am I doing this? What have I done?
Talking about AI, I mean, obviously I'd like to use this as much as possible.
Yes.
It's very hard to talk to dealers about how they'd use it because a lot of people don't really understand.
No.
But I mean, it's probably a better way of asking it is what's the stuff that takes up the most amount of time? What's the boring stuff that you do?
For me, I suppose advertising takes a lot of time for me. So I actually use the word I handwrite every advert, which I do. But I have a stock kind of advert style. So I will just cut, copy, paste, and then delete Renault Clio for Audi A Q5. Instead of saying it's come from a car supermarket site, it's come from a main dealer site. Instead of saying it had 1 former keeper, it's got 2 former. So I'll just change little words in it. But it does take me a little bit of time. My wife seems to think that AI would be able to do it quicker.
Have you tried ChatGPT to do it?
So I've played around with ChatGPT, but not to do the adverts.
Why don't we give it a go?
I suppose we could. And feed an advert in and feed a couple in.
If we could show it one of your adverts and show it, give it some information about the new stock, see if it can do it.
Okay.
Well, I'm asking ChatGPT, we'd like you to write a used car advert in the same style as this advert for a different car. This is the style we want you to copy, please.
Okay, just scroll down, because this has already blown my mind.
So basically, I put that, and I've copy and pasted your advert.
Look.
Have you got a car that you need to upload?
Okay, so yeah, there's a Mini Cooper here.
Okay, Mini
Cooper S.
Cooper S.
6 services, 2 keys, upgraded alloy wheels.
How many miles? Does that matter? Or does it?
45,000 miles.
45,000 miles. So I've said colour Kai blue, purchased from local independent prestige specialist, 6 services, 2 keys, upgraded alloy wheels, part leather interior, 40,000 miles. Please add these details to the new advert you have written above. Right, this is what's written for you.
Great, just quickly. James just fed one of our adverts into ChatGPT. Source, acquired from a reputable local independent prestige specialist, this dynamic Mini Cooper S hatchback is a beacon of style and performance. Ownership has been a jewel in the collection of its previous owners, who have maintained it with exceptional care since its inception. It's just rewording what I'm putting. I'm just saying that you've in the business,
The future.
you've used AI to deal with screamers.
Honestly, because I was like, I just don't know what to do with this guy. Because it was a bit sensitive situation, didn't want to upset him, but he was wrong, do you know what I mean? I was like, how do I word this so I don't sound like I'm antagonising the situation, but I need to be firm and fair with him. So I asked ChatGPT, and it just, I rang the guy, and I just read it out, word for word, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fair.
Unbelievable. The guy was, he was a money back.
I put the phone down and nearly fainted, honestly.
Yeah.
I was like, that's incredible. Get rid of all the stuff.
Because he was money back. I'm not having you repair my car or anything. And Craig just like, yeah, look, we really appreciate your patience with us. We know it's been a less than ideal experience. We want to reaffirm our commitment to you as our customer, that we want to give you a great experience, but this is what we're going to have to do.
So you're a believer, but James not a believer.
It says for you, if it's not broken, don't fix it. Whereas I look to the future and say, right, yeah, that works now, but that was when there was 5 people and we had 80 cars. We're now 250 cars, 25 people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the other thing
And
is
turn
this.
stuff over
The
faster.
other thing is this, James. That means anybody here could write an advert for a car, and I wouldn't be pissed off like that shit.
Yeah.
So do you think you could use that?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I'll go through the full advert. You might tweak a couple of bits of it, but okay, exclusive offer, recently serviced. Acquired from a reputable local independent prestige specialist, this dynamic Mini Cooper S hatchback is a beacon of style and performance. It's been a jewel in the collection of its previous owners who have maintained it with exceptional care since its inception. Proudly boasting 6 services, this Mini has been meticulously maintained and cared for. Prior to sale, it will undergo a comprehensive mechanical inspection by our expert team and be presented with a new 12-month MOT for absolute assurance. I mean, this is actually writing an advert fucking probably a little bit better than I am.
Yeah, that's a Marks and Spencer's Mini Cooper.
I know, but it's true, isn't it? Here we go. This Mini Cooper S shines in a captivating kite blue, a colour that complements its spirited personality.
Oh dear, you're done, mate.
I know.
These are emails you've had overnight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, take that one.
Okay. I'm interested in that. Please could you contact me? I have a Toyota Igo, spelled IGO.
Special edition. Touch base with them first.
Yeah.
Okay. Rather than just go in straight away with a price.
Okay.
Ascertain how they're looking to fund the next vehicle.
Yeah.
Sow the seeds about finance. Have they got any idea what they were hoping to get for it? Have they had any other bids on it? So 17,495. That's that one there. It's the older shape one. Nice.
Dear, oh dear.
Afraid to get an Igo for a range.
I mean, that's quite an upgrade, isn't it?
But look at that mileage.
30,000 miles. Basically, just want me to get some details on his car.
Information on his part exchange. Give him the good news that that vehicle is still available.
Still in
The
stock.
great news that vehicle is still available.
Yeah.
Maybe find out where they are in the country.
I'll find the details out about this and see what he wants. And good morning, Car Quay. Can I help you?
No, it's here.
Is Howie around? Can you just hold the line for me 1 second? I'll find out for you. Howie around?
Yeah. Press that 104.
Transfer again.
And then just put the phone down.
Hi, good morning. Is that Mark? Mark, it's James Baggett here, calling from Car Quay. It's regarding the Range Rover Sport. So you mentioned that you've got a Toyota Igo. Can you just tell me a little bit about that car? Do you know what you're thinking about, what you'd want for it? I mean, I mean, obviously I have to speak to the boss and find out what he thinks it's worth once I've got his info. But
What is going on with it?
whereabouts are you based, sir? Gloucester. Okay, so quite a little way from us, aren't you? But we do nationwide delivery. So where have you got values for it so far? Okay. What I need to do is just speak to the team here and just work out what that cost they could give you for the Igo. I mean, we would need some pictures, so if you could send some stuff across to us. All right, Mark, nice to talk to you. Yeah, my name's James, and look forward to speaking to you later. Thanks, then. All the best. Cheers, bye. He was a nice guy. Right, let's go and talk to the boss.
Morning, how are you?
Right, I've spoken to the customer.
Okay, how'd it go?
It goes very, very well.
Sound. Is it dealt? Or?
Well, no, he wants some silly money for his car, I think.
Should we have a look, see what it's worth?
Yeah, let's do that.
What's he got?
It's a Toyota Aygo,
Nice.
68 plate.
Okay. First thing, we'll put it into Auto Trader. Suggested retail on Auto Trader of 10.6. Obviously, that doesn't take into account spec and things like that, so you have to just bear that in mind. With a trading value of 7.8. So we'll cross-reference that with Cap
He swapped out of an SVR Range Rover
to that.
into this because whoever the dealer was said they could give him his money back for it at the start of the year.
Well, let's have an initial go back to him.
At 8K.
Let's say, right, your car, according to the guide,
Yeah.
which is true, guide's between £6,800 and just over 8. At this point, my manager's happy to give you £8,000 for your car,
Yeah.
which would leave you a balance to change of whatever that works out at.
9495.
Yeah, I know that's a little bit away from where you wanted to be.
Yeah.
How much can you come up? I'll take it to him. If I can get you that, would you leave me a deposit of £100 today? It's fully refundable. Should you not like the car?
On it.
Come on, man.
Come
on.
Hi, Mark, it's James from Car Quay again. At the moment, your car books between 6.8 and 8. That leaves 9.5 to change, which is obviously a little bit away from where you want it to be. We're going to be trading that car on anyway because it's not stock that we would sell. It's a bit too new for us. What could you come up to? So six plus the car. Mark, let me go and have another word. Sorry to keep calling you back, but I've obviously got to run up the food chain, and then I'll come back to you. This is not going to go well. He'll take 8K for the car and give you 6, and he'll back you the money today. And he said if you don't, without that,
That's 14 grand.
well, without that, he said, don't worry, I'll leave it because I'll just keep the car.
I'll get.
Well, if we can get a grand there and a grand out of him, we're in, aren't we?
Craig, if I can get a grand, if you get another grand, let's just fucking do it, man. Come on, with James got to do a deal, so I think.
So we have to lose 4 grand.
Don't lose.
No. Well, I would say I don't want to try and swoop in here. I feel like you step in as a sales manager, Craig.
What, and have a chat with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get him up a grand, mate. Have you told him? What have you given him a bit of background about you?
I haven't told him.
No, where's the report? This is why we've only got 6 grand. He's like, hi, it's James. It's my first day. I've been asked to give you a
I should have said that.
And I say this to the guys, never, ever, ever be like feel you've lost by getting one of us. They don't want teamwork. 2 heads are better than You've got to
Hello?
Hello, is that Mark?
Yeah.
Mark, Craig calling from Car Quay, you alright?
Craig, sorry, I thought you were James. I just rang your place and just beat the James.
Oh, you just rang us? Well, yeah, I'm just ringing because I've got James sat at the side of me. I don't know if he told you, but it's actually his first day with us today. And we're desperate to do a bit of business and get him up and running and a deal in the bag. Now, unfortunately, he's come to me with a deal that's I'm not that keen on doing, if I'm honest, because I don't want to lose money on. I don't want to lose money on the first deal we do, but I want to do a deal with him. So, you're at how much are you at to change for our car?
I was 5 to 6.
Yeah. Okay.
And I do understand it can't be done, but I'm not overly worried. I don't need that car.
Why are you buying it then?
Because I'll just mothball it, put it with my other. I've got a old disco.
Oh, so you're going to just park this up and hope it appreciates over time and have it a bit of an investment? I mean, at the minute we're at kind of 8 grand for your car. If I could kind of go like another 500 quid and throw in some delivery, would that be enough for you?
No. You know, that car was £22,000
Sorry, did you say you're in the trade?
No, I'm not in the trade, but I've got 40 odd cars, mate.
40? That's more than us. So the most you've got to send our way is £6,000 and your car.
Yeah.
The thing is for us as well, it's similar kind of thing. That car is a rare car with that mileage on, and when you look to market, we've priced it absolutely bang on. But again, we're here to sell cars at the end of the day. So look, I'm going to do you a deal, but I do need you to come up a little bit. So can you come up another 500 quid? And if you can, I'm happy to do that deal, and I'll deliver it down to you free of charge.
6.5.
Yeah.
Give me 5 minutes now, I'll have a quick look. I'll send these in the meantime when you send me that video.
Yeah.
And then I'll ring you straight back then.
Sad. All right, well, I'll get this pulled off the pitch, do your video, and then we'll reconvene in sort of 20 minutes, shall we? And then have your bank card ready, and we'll take that payment off you.
No problem. All right, speak to you in a minute.
All right, thanks, Mark.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
See you, mate. Bye.
Give it away, give it away, give it away. Yeah, give it away. Do it if you can. We need to go to auction.
Right.
So just... I'm well up for doing this deal, man. I'm so revved if this deal gets done.
I just love buying cars, don't I? I love buying cars, man.
You do love that.
Love buying cars, man. It's my favourite time of the week.